Good evening, everyone. This is Austin. My bike has just rolled up to 66,666 miles, and it's definitely a once-in-a-lifetime for my 2005 Harley Davidson Heritage Softail, because luckily I wash my bike every single week, so luckily it's clean right now when we're getting here. Oh yeah, you can kind of see it bouncing off the concrete there from the chrome being so shiny. So basically we're just gonna use this up right here in this parking lot. Just go in circles until my mileage is up, till it rolls over to the next one, because I want to enjoy this mile for sure, or however much is left of it. So you just turn the bar real sideways like that, one camber, and just go in a circle. See what I mean? The handlebar isn't quite locked, but I probably could get it to lock all the way. Let's see here, because it's really level ground. Otherwise you might have pretty good difficulty, especially being on a 05 Heritage Softail. You know, it's not like it's the most agile bike in the world, but it's definitely one of the most agile that I've ever owned. Gone to New Orleans and everything on this bike, so I was about 800, a little over 800 miles one way, so that was a good time. Whatever building I'm at that says UGA around it, car wash, O'Reilly's, Sam's Club, start it over. Still going, turn it back around. See what I mean? Well, I've enjoyed my mile for this. Talk to y'all later. So here we are a few miles up the road at the mall, and you see we have these handicapped parking spaces, and with the concrete or whatever they are, barriers, and you see someone hit that one, they do not move, so they definitely will not move with my bike. So for all of those people wondering how do I learn how to ride a bike, the easiest way to do it, instead of trying to learn with your hand throttling the throttle and this left hand dealing with the clutch, the problem is you have no muscle memory for the clutch at all, nothing, and you have no muscle memory for your throttle either. And most people try to learn with both at the same time, but all you really got to do is take basically your hand off of the throttle, maybe grab it up here for just stability, but so you can't twist it accidentally when you're trying to take off. And just get on as flat a ground as you can find. Maybe even start off on ground that is going downhill a little bit, but even if you have to push off like I just did with your feet to kind of get going, and then you slowly let off on the clutch without even trying to do anything with this. Have your hand up here so you can't accidentally do anything. I guess you can accidentally hit the starter like I just did, but you know, that's better than over revving it and flipping over the motorcycle like you see in a bunch of videos. But like I was saying, just worry about this hand over here. And I'll show you what that looks like. Put it in gear. Don't even have my hand over here. Don't need any gas or extra throttle. And slowly come out on the clutch. All right. Now we can stop. Just the rear brake. All right. And slowly let out on the clutch. All right. Stop with the rear brake. Just do this a bunch of times until you can figure out that muscle memory and you're not doing, you know, stuff where it sounds like that, or it just shuts off altogether. But just really get down just the muscle memory of this, so you can just really be able to feel that clutch. Because otherwise, adding more gas is just like adding more, you know, kind of fuel to a fire, and you don't need any more fuel to the fire because you really can't handle any more fire. The only time you really need more fire is if you're starting uphill, or if you're wanting to go, you know, start kind of like at a launch, you know. But just trying to get off going down the road, this is all you need. It's just literally, if you have trouble starting off from a dead stop, you can even take your feet and kind of walk your way forward so the bike's kind of going a little bit, and then coming off the clutch. That way it'll, you know, help you transition a little better as well. So if you're wondering how close those circles are, you know, like when you almost lock the steering wheel, they're pretty tight. I mean, you know, they're within one, or I guess two of these handicap poles. So if you go to your mall and you see the handicap poles, you'll know how tight these turns are. You don't have a mall near you. You can just find any one of these right here in any parking lot and see how tight the turns are. But this is very unlevel ground for, you know, doing a perfect circle in. So it's still pretty steering wheel locked on this, but, you know, there's a little bit of downflow right here. But yeah, that's it. So I would recommend starting out with going to that parking lot, and you see how downhill this part is here. So if you're having trouble with the transition, get on a downhill part, and that'll help kind of the walking of it, so then you can transition with your clutch. And pretty much every time, guys, there's no reason to ever like walk the bike. When you immediately start letting off the clutch and it's pulling, go ahead and put your feet up. I mean, what are you like waiting on? It's like riding a bicycle, you're balanced. So hopefully you can hear me over the bike, but have a great day. Thanks for watching. Talk to you later.